All right. So, last thing, you mentioned Post Profit as one of your favorite East Texas artists. Um, Short list. Who are your favorite East Texas artists?
Well, Post Profit's going to be in there. Heather, absolutely in there.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably my number one. Not gonna lie, I don't like numbering, but she might get that spot. I love me some Brie Bagwell.
Oh.
Love that woman.
Mm-hmm.
I could listen to her all day.
So
I'm I
I have a wee little bit of a love affair with Brie Bagwell, and it's not because she's a gorgeous human being and an amazing songwriter and like a 45-time female vocalist in the state of Texas of the
Mhm.
year. That's not why.
Yep.
The reason why I have a love affair with Brie Bagwell is because I used to have a podcast called the ETX Rock Show, and I asked her if she would like to be on the show at one point, and she was coming from Houston to Glendale to do a show. And I knew this. I knew she had to travel right by where Chad's old studio was in, oh God, where was that? Bushman's. What town was that in? Bullard. It was in Bullard.
Bullard.
So I messaged, I emailed her expecting to get a publicist or a manager or something like that, which is she's of that ilk. Like she's that
Yeah.
high up where
Absolutely.
I'd never expected to get in touch with her at all.
Yeah.
And so I emailed them asking if she would like to stop by the studio on the way to her gig in Lindale and talk for an hour or so. Same day I had Blacktop Mojo there, by the way, funny enough. And she agreed to come in and talk for 60 minutes or so, and which was amazing. I never expected that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is cool. And so she emails me maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes before we were supposed to start, and she basically told me that she got a message from or got an email from a big radio DJ from the town of Tyler. I'm not going to name any names, but you could probably figure out who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
His first name is a synonym for friend, right? So apparently he wanted her to come into the station and cut an interview with him, and she told him no because she was already scheduled with me. So that's why I'm in got that huge love affair with Brie Bagwell.
She's just a beautiful human being. Same thing with her as like Heather. I remember the first time I met Brie. Um, Gosh, I remember it was the Texas Country Music Awards.
The ones in
God no,
Arlington or the ones in Carthage.
I think it was in Carthage.
Okay.
It was like one of the first ones,
Okay.
I think. And I remember I saw her backstage from like afar, and I was like, "Mom, that's Brie. That's Brie Blackwell."
Mm-hmm.
And I talked to her, and she was just, man, she is just straight sugar,
She's
straight
amazing.
sugar, so
Amazing.
sweet.
Yep. I have a picture of her and Sarah Hobbs both kissing me on the cheek at the same time.
Oh, yep,
Mm.
yep. I've seen that picture.
That was in
Yeah.
Jefferson, and my wife took that picture. So
Mm,
get
yep.
your, get yourself a wife like that.
Squared. Squared.
So you said Brie Bagwell had a little Blacktop Mojo. I cut you off because I'm a horrible host. Who else do you like?
I mean, post profit, man. I've always loved them. I remember when we had it was when me and T. Gordon Mayhall did the East Texas Music Awards that one year. I
Gilmore.
remember yeah, no, that was in Athens. Remember at
Okay.
the Texan Theater.
Okay. I
I
was
don't think
not.
you were there.
Yeah, I don't think I
I
went
don't.
to that one.
Yeah, but I remember me and my mom were sitting next to each other in post profit Pallade, and my mom looked at me and she was like, "They're they're gonna be big,"
Yeah,
and
they're
I was
tight.
like, "Oh
Very
yeah."
tight.
And then I remember when I saw them that they were opening up for Crowbot, I was like, "Man,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
heck yeah, that's my boys right there."
Gotta love to
I
see
mean,
that when you see people
yeah,
that you love and know and you've known them, forever, and they're opening for bands and they're on Billboard, and it's just so cool to see the growth. You know.
absolutely.
So my favorite artists are, I mean, obviously I have to throw out Katie Lynn right off the top. I mean, duh, right?
Say it ain't so.
Here's a name you may not know: Eli Tidmore.
I do.
I love me some Eli Tidmore.
I haven't met him, but I know who he is.
He is such an interesting cat, to put it mildly. Very quiet, very laid back, and then he opens his mouth and plays his guitar, and you're just blown away. I love his presentation and his videos. Lauren Alexander is another big name that I absolutely adore, much to the chagrin of my children, by the way. Because when her Smoke Signals record came out, I played nothing else in my car for probably 6 weeks. So they hate Lauren. Well, I won't say they hate Lauren Alexander.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are some of mine. Of course, I love Heather and Meredith Crawford and Kevin Tinney and Chase Glover. I was introduced to a new artist today that I had never been introduced to before. His name is, I think you pronounce it, Zach Mayberry.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I've been around him, but I know who you're talking about.
I haven't met him yet, but it is on the bucket list for sure. My wife and I were listening to him on the way home today.